What's going on, Clash Mashers? Rocky here today, and today we're going to wrap up our Town Hall 10 series. Welcome back to the channel for another episode. Today we're wrapping up the Town Hall 10, guys. It's been a long journey, but this one is pretty much done. If we go take a look at our progress base and even our builder list, there's not much left here. We got 3 cannons, 1 wall, and our baby Lisa Archer Tower that we decided at the beginning of the series we're gonna leave level 1 just because, well, it's kind of cute and it'll be funny, right? We also have a little bit of lab work to do, but we'll talk about that here momentarily. What we're gonna be doing here today is not only finishing up what we need to upgrade, but I'm gonna kind of recap Town Hall 10 and everything you should have learned and know about Town Hall 10 through your journey as you get ready for Town Hall 11. So before we finish off those last few upgrades and talk about our laboratory situation on our Town Hall 10, we're going to take a journey back in time to our initial progress base. This is after you maxed out Town Hall 9 and went up to Town Hall 10. This is the progress base, and we're going to quickly recap what to upgrade once you get to Town Hall 10. And I'm not going into crazy detail, but I'm going to quickly recap the progress base, and I'll even link it down there in the description and in the comments because I'm sure some of you guys are going to Town Hall 10. But the first thing, Clan Castle. Really important. You're going to be able to unlock siege machines and also extra troop capacity. Always get your lab up whenever you go to a new Town Hall level. At Town Hall 10, the spell factory is important because you get 2 more spell spaces. It really doesn't matter so much about that clone. The clone's useful, but it's really more about that 2 spell space. And then we're going to talk about like getting the barracks up for the miners. We're going to get the dark barracks up to unlock the bowlers, which is pretty standard. Get those troops unlocked. Upgrade your heroes and don't ignore your heroes, guys. Very important stuff. And then get your army camps up. That's a really important thing. Get your army camps up. And then what I like to do is about once you get those army camps up and get a few armies trained up in the laboratory, I like to go ahead and drop the Inferno Towers here. People get really afraid to drop the Inferno Towers. Don't. Drop those Inferno Towers down. They're going to help you out. They are such a massive addition to Town Hall 10. Meanwhile, work on stuff like your Dark Elixir drills, your resource buildings, and then just start slowly working on your defenses. If you can't afford maybe a full defensive upgrade, upgrade some of those little traps and stuff. You will get new walls, so you need to upgrade those walls. And really, you just need to stay on top of it. And one thing I really advise is staying on top of the hero grind. Heroes are cheaper than ever right now, so don't ignore your heroes because you definitely don't want to go to Town Hall 11 as a Rush 10. Trust me when I say it. I get asked this almost every day. Max your heroes at Town Hall 10. At Town Hall 11, you unlock the Grand Warden, which means a whole new hero to grind, plus new King and Queen levels. You don't want to be behind there. So that's a pretty good overview. We'll talk about armies. We'll talk about all that kind of great stuff as we move forward here today. So after you start making some progress at Town Hall 10 and getting some of those upgrades going, what armies should you use? That's a really big question because it's going to affect your lab. You can go back and take a look at our laboratory guide. But one of my favorite armies to use at Town Hall 10 is going to be the Zap Dragons. This army is super effective at Town Hall 10. It'll work on almost any base. You do have to be aware of like storage location versus single target infernos, but any base with like multis, this army is going to crush. And most bases with singles, there's a few exceptions, this army is going to do really well with. Another army that I like to use that you can start practicing as you get your queen up, and if you rush your queen, I don't recommend using this. Queen Walk Miners. This is going to be really nice for farming. It's going to be really good for war. It's a really strong strategy. And then another strategy that I like to use at Town Hall 10 is Electrone LaLo. We'll talk about all these armies here today, but before we do, I want to go ahead and spend some of this loot. That way we're not too far behind, or not like, you know, wasting loot as we go out and farm. But let's go ahead. Let's upgrade this cannon, which is one of our last upgrades. Let's upgrade this cannon right here, another one of our last upgrades. And then that just leaves us with the last cannon, which we need a little bit more gold for. And then let's take a look in our laboratory. We got giants in there, which I haven't upgraded because you don't use them a lot at Town Hall 10. I like stuff like for farming anyways, for ground troops like P.E.K.K.A.s and wizards. I don't think I use giants at all during Town Hall 10. Clone spell, you don't have to get up past level 2 until the end, because the clone capacity is going to only go up by 3. When you're using Electron, the balloon has a capacity of 5, so getting an extra level in there doesn't make a difference, and I don't believe that they stack like adding on. That's why I never upgraded them. Maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe I did that all wrong. And then stuff like the Earthquake spell, you can get up if you want to, but not a necessity. Valkyries I never use at Town Hall 10. Like, Valkyries are kind of out of meta in general. Skeleton spells, not really used at Town Hall 10. And then bat spells, I don't think really get useful until Town Hall 11. So I do recommend at least maxing your bat spells before you get up to Town Hall 11. But let's go ahead and let's just drop something in our laboratory. That way we can go ahead and get something in there. And then let's upgrade our very last wall. There it is. The very last wall here for our Town Hall 10. And then let's go out and show off some of these armies. You can see right there, we just got that last cannon to upgrade. And we will be a max Town Hall 10 with the exception of the lab. And mind you guys, I am going to max out the lab. I don't plan on taking this up to 11 anytime soon because we have an 11 going right now, and I kind of want to finish the 11 and 12 series because I want to take Meg, my max 12, up to 13. So let's go ahead and let's go test out some of these armies and show you guys how to use them. All right, guys, what a perfect base to show this off on. We're going to use 11 total lightning spells. The reason we're bringing 11 is because we need 4, 4, and 3 using the one in the clan castle. In the clan castle, you need at least a level 8 because these air defenses have 1,210 hit points. Our lightning spell is going to do 400 damage, so we need that third one to get through there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Take out one of the air defenses there. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Take out the other air defense there. And then finally 1, 2, and 3 there. And then I like to use my heroes to try to get to the last air defense if possible. They should be able to reach that one. I think the queen should be able to reach that over the wall. And then while they're working, I did notice that this Inferno's down, so semi-dead base here, but that's okay. While they're working, we can go ahead and start like working just a little bit of a funnel here for our dragons to work through the base. The queen should have no problem getting to that air defense, and then we're just going to go ahead and start in all of our dragons through here. Now, mind you, we only have one freeze since we went ahead and used all of our spells basically on everything else. And honestly, I probably should have went behind this sweeper, but I wanted to get to that multi-target Inferno pretty quickly. That's something you need to keep in mind with the dragon attack is the sweeper location, because that can really throw things off. As you see here, that sweeper's pushing me back. And, you know, if I have a little bit more time to plan, like a war attack, you'll be able to plan this stuff out a little bit better. It's kind of hard to do on the fly, and as you guys saw there, I was a little bit behind schedule at the start of this attack, but that's okay. We'll get through here. And this is how you use Zap Dragons. This army uses 0 Dark Elixir, so you can farm your whole Town Hall 10 with this. It's a really nice army. It moves really, really quickly. And like I said, it's going to work on most bases. Now, one thing you do need to be aware of is if they have their Infernos like kind of center on the base, covered by a lot of storages, like right on the outside of the Infernos, and it's the single Infernos are going to burn those dragons down a lot quicker. So that's something to be aware of. This is just give you a general idea of how the Zap Dragons works. We'll show you guys how the Queen Walk Miners work, and we'll show you a little bit more of an advanced strategy. This is going to be the Electrone LaLo, but just kind of giving you guys a feel for Town Hall 10. That way I'm not feeling like I'm leaving you guys high and dry, but that should actually give us enough loot here to finish off our cannon. Oh, nice, guys. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch over to the Queen Walk Miners, and then we'll try out the Electron LaLo. All right, guys, let's give this base a try. Now, I'm going to go ahead and not use like a siege machine here. Normally, I like to use a Yeti bomb, which is going to be like a Yeti, 2 Valkyries, and a Barbarian inside of a blimp. Or you could even use a siege barracks with hog riders inside of it. But I know some people are gonna be like, oh, I can't get that. So we'll just we'll kind of cater to all you guys out there. We'll cater to your guys' needs here today. So what we're gonna do here is we're basically gonna carve an alleyway with our Queen Walk for our miners to work through. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna use those balloons there just to take out that archer tower, but also to set up like a little test to make sure that everything's gonna be fine there. All right, we get wall break in there. Oh, just kidding. Wall break right here. Wall break, wall break. Perfect. Okay, there we go. We get the wall breaker in there, and that'll allow our queen inside of this base. I wanted to save some of those wall breakers on purpose because we could potentially rage up those wall breakers and get them further into the base, or get the queen rather further inside of the base, depending on where she goes. All right, so our queen's going to take on the enemy queen, which is a max enemy queen. So we do have to be aware of that. We disperse of her really nicely. We don't quite get through there, but that's okay. All right, so we do have to be aware of this single. We do have some air skellies. Let's go ahead and freeze right here. And while our queen's working there, I'm going to go ahead and throw in our king and our clan castle, which is going to be a P.E.K.K.A with some Valkyries there. All right, let's go ahead. I shouldn't say Valkyries, with a Valkyrie. Let's go ahead and pop our queen's ability. She should be able to reach that Inferno now. Not reaching the Inferno. Okay, she reaches the Inferno. Let's rage her so she gets through that. All right, perfect. And then let's go ahead and start in all of our miners down along this side. King kind of not help us out a little bit here. That's okay. That's all right. We'll send all of the miners down through here. Queen should have no problem working that side. And this is basically what we're going to do. And you can use this in war. In war, I would definitely recommend like either the Yeti Bomb or Siege Barracks with Hogs, just to, you know, give you a little bit more potential throughout this attack. But it's a really strong, powerful attack that's going to help you out. I'm going to put that Wizard right in over there. And obviously, anytime you're doing a war attack, you can plan a little bit better than doing a farm attack. This is just a really general army. But I love farming with this, especially when you can get a blimp in there. Oh my goodness, man. This army is disgusting when you have a blimp with it. All right, so our queen's looking pretty nice. We're going to just work all the miners through here. Just let them kind of do their thing. Queen does go down there, but that's all right. She got a good chunk over there. We didn't quite have enough to keep her moving. We get that single working through there, and then I'm just going to be patient on this last heal here to try to keep the miners up as long as possible, which they should have no problem. And we should be able to finish this base off. And that's the Queen Walk miners. This is something that's going to take a little bit more practice. And like I said, if you rushed your queen, probably not something you're going to really want to use at Town Hall 10. You're really not going to want to focus on queen walks if you have a rush like level 20 queen, because really she's just not going to be able to stand the pressure of the base. We do get all the loot. Can we get through here without a time fail, though? That's the big thing. Oh no, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. This is a pretty common base layout for Town Hall 10 also, so that gives you an idea of how to crush it. Oh no, the Tesla. Oh, we're going to time fail. I didn't see that Tesla there. How did we miss that Tesla with all the miners going up the middle? Yeah, we time failed, but that's the basic concept, guys. And finally, let's check out some Electrone LaLo. This is my literal favorite attack in Clash of Clans, and what you're trying to accomplish here is you're trying to get out a couple of things. You want to get out the queen, and when the queen's near a multi-target Inferno like this, this is when you want to start thinking Electrone, because you can get that E-Dragon in there, and you can crush. So the Electrone portion is you have a balloon and an Electro Dragon in your clan castle inside of a blimp, and you're going to use 2 clones on them. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run in a Hound right out in front, because I want to make sure my blimp makes it as far as I want it to. And then what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and rage here, and then we're going to go ahead and put in our clone spells, which is going to allow the Electro Dragon to work through here. Should come over and take out that enemy queen, so we don't have to worry about her. Perfect. And then meanwhile, all of those balloons are just going to gut through the base, and we do a nice job through there. And then what we're going to do is follow that up with our heroes right through here. And I like to bring a few wall breakers in here for the heroes, just to push them right inside of the base. You'll see the Electro Dragon, sometimes he'll get taken out. Sometimes you can keep the Electro Dragon up throughout the entire raid, and that's going to be a great thing when you're able to keep him up. And then I'm just going to let the heroes kind of work through here, although the king, what are you doing? King, get it together. The king's doing some weird things, and we're just setting up the pathing here for our LaLo phase. So the queen's going to work through there. We're probably going to have to pop the queen's ability just because that bow locked onto her, but that's all right. We'll pop the king out in front here. We'll pop the queen to get through this X-bow, and then we will start in our LaLo behind here because the other sweeper is pointing the other way. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my hounds kind of staggered through like so, and then we will haste and haste. Mind you, you don't have a lot of spell space on here because we used all those spells for the Electron, so you got to be kind of aware of that when you're working through here with the Electron LaLos. You're not going to have a lot of extra spells to kind of play with, even a lot of camp space here. And you can adjust your army. Maybe you don't want to always break your heroes in. You can adjust your army need be. I'm going to go ahead and run in these last few minions over here. But there we go. That's Electrone LaLo. It's really, really strong at Town Hall 10. And these are 3 really basic armies you can get through there. There's obviously like hog armies and stuff, but these are 3 of my favorite armies that I tend to use the most at Town Hall 10. I'm not saying there's other armies that won't work. I mean, Go Wipe's the best attack in the game. I proved that the other night on stream. But these are 3 armies that are going to work really well for you at Town Hall 10, and I have a ton of success with. And I think you guys will see a lot of success with as well, as these balloons are going to get in here. No time fell with this one. Oh, baby. And like I said, with that one, you want to look for the queen near like a multi-target Inferno. A lot of value for the Electron to take out. So there we have it, guys. The basics of Town Hall 10. Like I said, don't neglect those heroes. It's really important to max those heroes at Town Hall 10. Honestly, max that queen as soon as possible so you can start doing like queen walks and stuff like that. And then don't neglect like your laboratory either. you notice like the lab time's kind of awkward for Town Hall 10. You notice I have a lot of lab upgrades left, so you want to really hammer home on your laboratory and try to keep it upgrading. Get like the upgrades you're gonna get going first. Stuff like the Zap Drags, 2 upgrades and you get a full out attack you can use, and it's going to be really strong. But just keep the laboratory going is my opinion, and then don't neglect your builders. Keep your builders going. Grab as much loot upgrades as you can early on and just get hammering home. The miners will be important to unlock. The bowlers will be really nice to unlock. I know I didn't showcase them here today, but the bowlers are really nice for like Bow Witch, which is really strong at Town Hall 10, another army you can use. But I just want to kind of give you guys a brief overview of what I like at Town Hall 10 and what has worked for me at Town Hall 10 here. Let's go ahead and let's grab this little bit of loot out of there, and then once our laboratory is open in 5 days, I'll go ahead and drop in another Dark Elixir spell or troop. But this is going to be our very last episode for this Town Hall 10 series as we move forward and onward and upward and all those kind of great things. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. You guys have a great day. Keep on clash bashing. Wow, you watched that whole video? Here's another video that YouTube thinks you'll like, and here's a playlist of similar videos.